Hello, this is me, Bella. Here's the thing. One thing as Bella, I don't think I don't, I guess I still go with Campbell because I'm not totally sure that I want to go all the way to Bella. I have to really make sure that I want to be Bella. Because I want to be Campbell, but I also want to be Bella. But, like, so I have to know what I want. I have to know what I want because, like, here's the thing. Facial hair is a hard thing to do. I had to shave every day. I would have to get so much I would get laser removal. And also like there's things like um there's things that I hate about being trans. Because if you're a man, you sucks. It's easy for a trans man. A trans man, all they have to do is like stop. They grow their hair, and they'll fucking. Actually, what I'm trying to say, they don't have to grow their hair. They can literally transition, and they look like a man. They don't have to do the hard work like trans women do. I mean, most people think, dude, if I only way I want to be a trans woman is if I can shave everything off except my head, except off on my head. I don't want to shave that off. I want to shave the stuff off my face and my body, and like make sure that I don't feel miserable as stuff. Of course, I don't have to follow this rule. I don't have to follow this rule, but then I feel very miserable if I look like a woman, but then I'll also have facial hair all on my body. Facial hair on my face, and then facial. I mean, then also body hair on my body. That sucks because I don't want to do that. I think most trans women need to realize that yeah, every trans woman are different. So they might the one might want to have facial hair. The other ones don't want to have it. So this is the way it is. But I guess I'm trans. I'm questioning it, and that I'm trans. I'm not totally sure, but if I have to accept that I'm trans, and if I if I start writing my life, then I probably would do it because like I have to. Oh, but now here's what I'm talking about. By the way, here's the thing. I'm those people in the comic section. I talk about the people in the comics my response to the comments that said that Arch was I'm kind of egotistical. You have to realize I'm kind of egotistical, so I kind of like I have to know. I think I know everything sometimes, not all the time, but usually like I think the Arch is really good if you're really a hardcore software engineer. If you're a hardcore software engineer, then yeah, you should be a Arch user. If you want to know the operating system, like if you want to be hardcore, but if you're like a mechanical engineer, if you want to make a mechanical engineer, then you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't really do. You should stick to Windows. Because like even if it's expensive, if you can afford it, maybe not. I have no idea. Because the thing is too, you don't need a mechanical engineering degree. You don't really need one. You can use FreeCAD and Blender all your life, and you get a 3D printer and print things out there and basically make your own freaking stuff, and if it fails, it fails. But you learn more stuff from newer open source hardware than you would with with SolidWorks because SolidWorks costs a lot of money. And you won't learn anything. You won't learn anything. You will pay $2,000 a year. But then and Linux you can be a mechanical engineer as a hobby, and really a robotics engineer or probably like something else like maybe an aerospace engineer. I don't know. You could probably do that too, but it's going to be dangerous. It's more dangerous if you don't have SolidWorks or ANSYS or whatever because it's not capable of doing things you want it to do. Um, most people haven't proven that yet. So, well, if people are going to prove that FreeCAD can do that, people will say, "Fuck SolidWorks. I'm going to FreeCAD. I'm going to FreeCAD. I'm going to Blender." And like that's the thing you have to realize, like we know about Cashew S. And one of the reason why I don't like reason why I don't like reason I don't like people that that spend time on corporations. Most corporations they want you to spend money and your hard-earned money to like spend. They rather you spend money that you can't afford And when you pay for rent, food, and everything else, if Arch was actually if people donated to Arch more, I guarantee you most even Arch Linux. I think I don't. I think I do believe. I guess I'm being biased because like I was biased because like I was kind of emotional. I don't know. I think Arch is very good, and I don't want to get attention. I had a lot of views that I don't want to get a lot of attention for something I said, some stupid thing I said. Then some people might remember me as like a guy that I think of me as a moron because I like Windows or something. I don't like Windows. I don't like Windows, but the reason why I think that Windows is good, if you have a good reason to go back to Windows, because like it's it's the only thing you have for now. The Arch hasn't really done anything that everything that people wanted. They didn't do it. And Arch, if Arch did everything that people wanted, then people would probably use it. But um, oh yeah, no, another reason. Another reason. Debian is better because if you want to be a robotics engineer, then your probably best bet is to go on Arch. I mean, not Arch. I mean Debian, because Debian or Ubuntu is better for like messing with robots or some stuff like that. Most people like that. Of course, you can do it on Arch too. You can do it on Arch. Just like here's the thing. I'm telling you for a fact. Most people that use Arch do it for fun. If they're a hardcore engineer, software engineer, if they're a I'm gonna get you can be a hardcore software engineer as a Debian user, but then also if you're just a hardcore Arch user, you're basically trying. If you it depends on what you're doing with it. If you want to learn how to make an operating system, how to make a kernel or whatever, and learn how to put the packages in C, because most the thing in Arch isn't under C. And like I said, I'm a complete amateur. I'm very I never read code that well. I don't understand what I read because I'm like a very illiterate C user. So I'm very I feel like well, because you don't have to be literate, but you have to be kind of like you have to know how to like read the code and write your own code to see how to read what has to be fixed, and see what goes on. You may not know what you're reading because, like in C is really. I always wanted to learn how to read in C, but I always cut myself off. I always like, I always like do stuff like I don't want to do it because like I have all these other goals. I want to be an artist. I want to be a mathematician. I want to be anything else besides a programmer. I don't want to do all that other stuff because it's very hard to be a software engineer because you have to read a lot of textbooks and understand the language of be kind of you have to think of like a linguist. You're a linguist as a software engineer. You don't have to learn calculus at all. You just have to like know how to like do pre-algebra, and that's it. You probably remember everything in pre-algebra. If you test it out on code, you probably learn everything anyway. But um, yeah, I think yeah, Arch is awesome. I had no issues with Arch right now. I literally saw Spotify with Yay. Yay install. I didn't show what it. Oh yeah, I have Yay. It's right here. I could use Pac-Man. I use Pac-Man for OBS Studio, but I didn't install Arch. Okay. I installed Arch. I had a hard time with Etcher for some freaking reason. I don't know why. But then I installed I installed a lot of stuff. The AUR, I never used it because like I'm scared to use the AUR because it's not secure and it needs to be fixed. I guess I could go in the community and try to see if I could fix some things in the AUR, and maybe I could do that too because or get some money to help them. 'Cause if I you have to the thing I think most people need to realize, most people are not going to buy Arch really because the reason why is it's just an experiment. It's just your own experiment that's already been experimented on. Um but it's not actually not an actual experiment. You have to act like it's an experiment that you're trying to do. Um, kind of like way physics is. So yeah. Okay.